This week on the DonCast, we've got John McCabe of Exquisite Interiors. Now, this is an episode that you don't want to miss. Very high energy, possibly the best salesman across the market, and even a couple of impressions thrown in there. This is a great episode and one not to be missed. The DonCast, a podcast all about Doncaster, brought to you by Market Asset Management, the market operators, and filmed in our brand new home, the Creator Pod in the Wool Market, Doncaster. Just before we get into today's episode, we just want to give a big, massive thank you to everybody that got involved in the Wool Market Live. The last couple of episodes we've done advertised the Wool Market Live online event on the Facebook page, and it was a huge success. The Wool Market Live 2 is potentially coming soon, so watch out for more episodes around that and more advertising around how you can get involved in that. And finally, if you want to get involved with the Creator Pod, hire this space out, all this equipment to build your podcast or promote your business or brand, then please do get in touch. All the details will be in the description box below. And if you want to be a guest here on the DonCast podcast, then also get in touch. I'd love to chat. That sounded very podcasty, didn't it? I'd love to chat. Here's the episode. Enjoy. Right, okay, so we're back again on the Trader Series. And this week we've got John McCabe. I like, John, for you to introduce yourself because you know yourself better than I do.
Hi, yes, I'm John McCabe, and you probably recognise my voice from Exquisite Interiors, which is one of the stalls we've got on the stand inside the Wool Market. We mainly sell pictures, we manufacture, we're in a workshop, we mainly supply the trade, but obviously being a Doncaster man, we actually decided to give it a go and set up selling direct in the Wool Markets, slightly better prices than the retail.
Yeah. Lovely. First things first, John, the liquid art. I've never come across, I don't know how many people listening will have come across liquid art before, but it's the first time I've ever seen anything like that.
I mean, it's a bit when canvases, when they first came out, they were a big hit, but liquid arts, it's coming more and more. Basically what it is the actual manufacture of the actual picture, is all the artwork is built into the glass, and then afterwards, after that's done, we add individually by our artists, we've got in-house artists, we actually add the liquid on top.
Right.
And so each piece of art is actually different to the other.
Yeah.
If you put it side by side and you look carefully, you can notice the difference. But if you put them further apart, you won't have a clue.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. Obviously, it's fairly little bit of a bespoke service. I mean, we just started doing football now, and the football's done very, very well.
Yeah.
We can personalise the football one because obviously the liquid on we put on afterwards. So on the football ones, for example, your team's Liverpool. You've got the old.
Bad choice,
well,
mate.
A bad choice.
I'm an Everton fan.
Well,
let's just say Donny Rovers.
I'm a Man United fan, so it's even worse for me. But I'm just giving an example for them because you've got the Liverpool gates, and it's a bit like any of the top sides. So basically, you can choose, because it's bespoke. You can choose any family member at the back of them, obviously, because you can't really put the front because it's every family is different.
Yeah.
The back of them to show, say for example, a guy who's in his 50s who remembers going to the football with his dad.
Yeah.
He's a little boy, and his dad might no longer be here.
Yeah.
And he wants to, put that in the picture. So that basically, the gates of Liverpool, for example, or Old Trafford, or even we can do Doncaster Rovers.
Yeah.
It shows a picture of a man, any man, the back of him, holding a little boy's hand. So the little boy could be him. Who's 50 now, who remembers his dad, and it's a picture of his dad. It just gives it that bit of a memory, personal touch.
Yeah.
But it could be modern day. It could be a family of four who's going to the football now, mum and dad, mother and father and son and daughter. So we can do anything. We can basically put the names of the person on the back of the shirt of the family members. So you can put all family members, basically up to 2 parents and 3 children we can do. We can do quite a big variation, and they're going to be a big hit. They're going to be new when the Wool Market opens on the 13th of April. We can't wait for that, to be honest, because I think there'll be a massive impact.
Well, I don't need to ask you if you've got out to plug later on now. We've plugged them to death.
Well, we've plugged that to death, but I've basically got, funny enough, this last year we've probably had about 16 to 20 pictures on show. When we open, I will have about 45 to 50 pictures on show.
Wow. Go in for it.
Massive selection.
We are going for it.
So it basically gives people more choice. They're not just going to be restricted to so many, because we do a massive range. We've got more choice, more way to personalise the picture, and basically there's probably about 30 new ones.
Yeah.
New pictures, which nobody's seen before. So if you've been in the wool market before, you have not seen these pictures. These are brand new for 2021.
Wow, I love it. So we know what you do. Why do you do what you do?
Basically, David, I've been in the furniture trade since I was 16, to be honest. And obviously, it's not just pictures we do occasional furniture as well. So I've been in the furniture trade and I absolutely love it. Don't get me wrong. I love sport. And I started as a YTS in Doncaster, and I basically was, I had 3 jobs. I worked in a furniture shop. I didn't really take to it straight away, and ended up working in a sports shop, and I hated it. And I love sport.
Yeah.
And then I took a year out and did a bit of paint and decorating, because back in the 80s it was tough. It was tough to get a job. I mean, it's Margaret Thatcher's miners' strike was going ahead. Basically, I'm 53 in June, so showing my age a bit, I know. So, and then I went back to the furniture trade and never looked back. And I started basically working on the road as a rep back in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
So my knowledge of furniture, my knowledge of occasional furniture and furnishings is right up there, to be honest. I've been around, I've seen it all change. I've also had experience of going over to the Far East. I've been to China about, must be a dozen times.
Really?
I've been all over.
What's it like in China?
Compared to when I went in 2001 up to when I went in 2013, the last time I went, 14, massive differences. I mean, the people itself, let's say they're different, but obviously,
different culture.
Obviously, the people I speak to are more business people, so I don't actually see the root core people.
Is it busy? Like people imagine it's just random busy all the time.
It is busy, and you've basically got to put double your seatbelts, because when you're in the back of them cars, you can be. But the first time I went, there's cars coming from everywhere. It's every man for themselves. and I went with this. The guy was a rep for an agent for at the time, self-employed agent. There's a company called Woodway's Imports, and he was a Polish guy. Yeah. And based in England. And me and him looked at each other, and we're just so nervous. Yeah. About it, we just had to laugh. We just kept laughing. These cars kept coming out, but nobody. There's no road rage. No. You would not believe it. If it was this country, everybody was pipping the road. Everybody knew had a purpose. Yeah. It's an interesting country, but I've been to Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou is in the south, and I've been to Kuala Lumpur. Wow. Singapore.
Well-travelled man.
So basically on business, really, just to look at furniture and the companies I basically went for, representative, just to give them advice what to get in. The right price, basically. I've got a lot of furniture knowledge going up there in that head. Yeah.
I bet you're fun to walk around IKEA with.
To be honest, I cut corners and go straight to the front, so I can't be bothered with IKEA. But yeah.
If IKEA's watching and ever want to sponsor the podcast. So I've got here then a couple of other questions for you. Obviously, we can't do podcasts at the minute and have conversations without talking about the last 12 months. Everyone knows what's happened the last 12 months, but what have you found challenging and how have you overcome it?
Well, to be honest, what we've done is, I think for a business to start up in the wool market, because the wool market itself is a fantastic venue. They've done a fantastic job here. They've made it really look very, very special, really, to me. It's probably the number one venue for people to come in. So it's a captured audience. So you've got to really then use your business to benefit from what's going off in the wool market. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if a family are 5 or 6 and you've got kids who want a pizza, one wants a burger, and you can't all go to the Italian and buy a burger and a pizza. Well, you can, but you can't buy a pasta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, what you're saying.
Get the gist. You can bring your family in; they can have everything. So you've got to think, well, it's going to attract a lot of people. So you've got to have a business selling product. What's going to basically is an impulse, I think. It can't be the run of the mill, and that's what I believe Exquisite Interiors has. It is an impulse product. You can come in for a burger and walking away with a picture. That's my philosophy. So it's been challenging year, obviously, because of COVID. Yeah. But and it's been up and down. We've been obviously closed at some point, and it's been tough. But you just got to make the most of it, and you've got to get through it. And at one point back in December, I gave up, and I was about to close. But obviously, with thanks to the market here, they've given me another unit, more wall space, a little bit less in ground space, but it's the wall space I want anyway. So and that'll give me. I'm hoping. I'm positive about the future.
Good. So I think then that. Obviously, because at the minute, all the traders that I've spoke to have been people that have been able to continue trading, but obviously non-essential, as they call it. Like I really don't like that phrasing either, because we're saying like, oh, all our essential businesses are open. For us, as like a market operator, every business is essential. We're all essential. We're all equal here.
Yeah.
And so you're the first one that I've had that's retail specific based, and obviously it's hit you way harder than it has the food people, because at least some of the food people have been able to continue to trade with takeaway only.
That's right.
But have you been able to trade at how's trading been like from home kind of thing and online and stuff?
Well, basically, obviously, the picture business, we obviously supply to the trade, and I've got a team of agents cover the whole of the north of England, so we supply the retailers. But obviously, them retailers aren't operating at the moment. So at the workshop at the moment, we're basically looking around, we're obviously getting a few orders, but not many, because it's really difficult to sell the product online, because it's glass, and there's massive chance of it damages. You know what it's like with carriers that throw things around it. If it breaks, the picture is irreplaceable, to be honest. We can take the glass out and put something else in.
Yeah.
It's too much of expense. So what we've done is basically in the workshop itself, we've basically looked around the old scrap frames we've got, what bits we've cut off frames, pictures we've found, thinking, we could make something with that. So we've basically done a lot of clearance. So we basically, because it's quiet, made a lot of clearance, made a lot of good offers, and basically posted it on the Facebook page and just to promote it, and for the people of Doncaster basically, and it's been a good response. We've done okay. We're quite happy with it. The prices have been good. It's just basically lost what you call in the trade factory floor fillers. Right. So basically just fill in time, just clear out a bit of stock, turn it into cash, until we get going again in mid-April, David, basically.
Yeah. So you're known around the wool market.
Yes.
You're like, what are you going to say right now? No, I believe you like the food around the wool market. You've tried a bit of everything.
But David, trust me, I cannot excuse me, pardon the language. I cannot wait for this place to open, because the food in here is fantastic. There's not one basically food stall is below average. Trust me.
Yeah.
The food is super. I am missing it. It's killing me. I'm fed up of processed food. Let's get back. Let's get this place open again.
Yeah, that's it. If I had to put you on spot and say what's your favourite meal from the entire wool market, do you have one?
Not really. No, because it varies depending on what mood it is. But
You've got to sit on fence with this.
I can't. I've got to do it. I've got some friends in here, and I love all the products they do. I mean, obviously, as a mature, older person, they tend not to go for pizza and burgers so much. But my God, if I was in my 20s, I'd be eating pizza and burger every day, because the pizza and burgers in here are fantastic.
Yeah, they are.
They're superb. But I've got to be honest, for an acquired taste, I do like me Lomo Saltado from Taste Peru.
Good choice.
That is
Good
beautiful.
Choice.
That's right up there.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. I mean, I love the curry.
I'm nodding because I'm like, everything you've had, I've had, and it is good, isn't it?
The food, you can't knock it. And obviously, and to be honest, you've a new arrival. We've got a new arrival, mac and cheese. And personally, I scratched my head. I thought, mac and cheese. You know, what can you do with mac and cheese? There's no. And I tell you what, it's surprised me. That is the food. The mac and my son's had he's had everything in here, basically, my son. But he goes straight to mac and cheese now. Yeah. And he wants mac and cheese.
Good, because that's a lot of people listening and watching won't have had the chance to come and have that.
I just thought, how are these guys going to do it, mac and cheese? And I was scratching my head. I tell you what. So just taste mac and cheese. As soon as you've had the food from mac and cheese, I'll tell you, you'll change your mind completely.
They've got loads of different ones, haven't they? They've managed to do things, and you're like,
you just think it's just a short menu, and then, but my God, that is quality food.
Would you say, John, you're the best salesman in the wool market? In the market?
I would say...
I've got the loudest voice.
I've got the loudest voice. Yeah, I reckon I could sell a bit of coal to Newcastle, you know, but... Yeah, I've had my moments. No, and I'm not a good salesman. I'm not one for basically selling something to somebody and being greedy. I love what I say. I love to sell because I love to provide a service and provide a quality service. So, yeah, I use my personality, and I believe I've got a little bit of a personality in it. And I don't like being at home, and this lockdown's doing me head in. I want to be back in here, where I'm around people I know and people that's coming in. can talk to, and that's what I love. I love people. That what's make me tick, to be honest. People being around me. You know?
No, I like that. I get that because we're similar in ways like that. I thrive when I'm around other people and I can talk and I can chat. I mean, this is why I'm doing this. Yeah. But I need interaction with people, and I do Zoom calls and meetings and stuff most days. But it's not the same. It's not the same as being in and amongst people. And I'm like yourself. As soon as this place is fully open again and we can get cracking, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
What's the future looking like for Exquisite? I know you spoke about you've got all these new lines coming in.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Like I said, I mean, for Exquisite itself, I think we've got some new lines. We've also got some nice product coming in from Indonesia and India, which is occasional. Which basically, because it's spring, and a lot of people out there have got extensions the back of the house.
Yeah.
You know. What you call man caves and things like that.
Yeah.
So I've got some product in to cater for that market. So I've got some like barrels, storage barrels with seating on and things like that. You know, made in Indonesia. Trunks. You know, stuff for putting like beers in and whatever stuff in your man cave. So it's got some nice product. No, it's not just pictures. You know, we do other stuff as well. Some nice occasional.
How many Exquisite Interior products do you have in your own house?
I would say we've just had another one, actually. We just had
do you sometimes get stuff and you're like, I'm having that for my son?
Yeah, I mean, funny. The thing is, it depends on the taste. If you're living with somebody, you've got to have the same taste and the same picture, so we can have arguments all day long. But I've definitely got it's all my pictures are from Exquisite. So
yeah. Have you got a particular favourite? Like just looking at some of the ones that you've got, there's one with some boxers. It might be Tyson Holyfield.
Yeah, that's Tyson Holyfield. That's a good one. But that's not my favourite. No, probably there's about. To be honest, before I had one or two, but now with the new models we've got coming in, there's about 7 or 8. I think I'd love to swap the ones at home for these pictures because they're absolutely superb. And the two new Whitby ones are very nice.
Whitby.
The Whitby ones are very
exclusive
nice.
There. Well, what's on its way?
Whitby, the reason, I mean, if you think about it, you're at home, there's nothing more bright in your house, a nice Whitby picture, the Whitby steps. We do that in an evening or a night. We basically, all the artwork's built into the glass, and then afterwards, like I've said, we put the bits on. And we've got, we use crystals as well for the lights.
Yeah.
For the lights outside at Whitby. And obviously we have a choice of 7 or 8 frames, but I think that's one of my favourites at the moment, the new Whitby pictures.
New Whitby picture.
But we've also got some nice modern ones as well. Modern. And we've also got, for train enthusiasts, my favourite, but me Julie won't have it in the house, is the Flying Scotsman train. That is a belter. Obviously manufactured in Doncaster.
Yeah.
Flying Scotsman. And the station itself, the one I've got is basically Edinburgh, but we can change it. We can put Doncaster on.
Yeah.
Or basically, if somebody wants it for Leeds or Newcastle, we can change the name of the station.
Yeah.
But it's the Flying Scotsman train.
Wow.
It's a cracking one, is that?
If
you're interested in trains and want to have a look at that, get yourself down to Wool Market on the 13th of April. You'll like the Flying Scotsman.
Where can we find you online? Is it just Exquisite Interiors?
Yeah,
mainly Facebook?
Facebook. It's mainly Facebook. Exquisite Interiors. I don't want to sell, basically, because we sell to the retailers, other retailers. I don't want to be selling Exquisite Interiors other than Doncaster, to be honest. It's you're basically buying direct for Exquisite.
Yeah. Because
I supply the pictures to the traders, retail as well. Obviously, they have to put their margin on. So it's a niche. I basically cater Exquisite Interiors for the Doncaster people.
Yeah. Can we expect more videos from you, like in the, what should we call it, the heyday of last year when you started knocking out loads of videos?
Oh, there'll be plenty coming out. I've got some good ideas of some videos. Yeah, I mean, I'll promote the football ones, especially when Euros are coming up in the summer. That could be exciting. Yeah, I've got some good ideas. I'm trying to think of doing some with some music or something like that, so something to make people laugh, because if you look back in history, advertising, it's the adverts you remember, the ones what made you laugh. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to think into me.
Plenty of your videos have made me laugh, mate. So I like to finish on the question of, if Exquisite Interior weren't a thing, which we hope never happens, obviously. Let's say they're not, but you've got to come in here and work for somebody else in the wool market. What are you doing?
Yeah, I tell you what I would do. I'd probably like a compare or something like that, or you know,
resident DJ.
Not so much a DJ, but probably a compere, because I'm not really. I wouldn't be good on the discs. I'm not that sort of, you know. If it comes to anything to operate mechanically, I come unstuck. But I use my personality. I would be like a compere or somebody.
Quizmaster.
Yeah, quizmaster.
You'd be a good quizmaster.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something we look at.
I, you know, play your cards right. We could do play your cards right. Yeah. Good game, man. I'm a foresight for you, dear. Is it drafting you laughing at me? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Have you got any more impressions?
I don't want to do. I mean, look, you got the Gold Cup today. I mean, you got to have a Gold Cup. Grand National in a few weeks. You know what I mean? Grand National. Delmos Days, Grace played. Hello, Dandy. Coffee, Mr. Stockfit. Fell on the game down the National. And Mr. Stock has made a grand sense. Delmos Grace played. Hello, Dandy. So, yeah.
Where'd you get these from?
Oh, dear. I don't know. Scary, isn't it, really?
What, do you practice all of this sort of stuff?
No,
Mirror at home?
I'll be perfectly honest, David. I used to do it at school. In fact, my form teacher, Mr. Sloan, a fantastic teacher. Honestly, he's brilliant. I made contact with him, actually, via Facebook. Eddie Sloan. And so people in Doncaster will probably remember this guy.
Right.
He's probably my favourite teacher at Ridgewood Comprehensive up in Scoresby. And he actually got me, probably either the second year or third year at Ridgewood. He actually used to get me doing impressions to the whole class in form, at form time. But everybody had respect for the guy because he basically talked to you on the same level.
Yeah.
So when a teacher does that for me, you give him the same back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a great guy, but I don't do the impressions now.
No.
I just try and make good impression rather than any impression.
Well, I'm going to say it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem, David. I've enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad. And we're going to have to do more because I think there's plenty more that we can talk about.
Plenty in the tank, sir.
Yeah,
plenty in the tank.
Definitely. Well, I'm looking forward to the wool market coming back. I know you are.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, my mouth's dribbling now for this place because the food, it's just that what makes it the centre point is the food.
Well, luckily for us, we're recording this and it's a Friday.
Oh,
and there are a few open soon.
They are, yes. And I tell you, it's worth it. If you want to take away tonight, guys, it's worth there's a few in here who's actually operating tonight for takeaways and tomorrow night. So get yourself down here and get yourself orders in because there's nothing better in Doncaster.
No, that's it. Friday, Saturdays, you can order takeout and soon you'll be able to come for yourself. I can't wait.
I need to lie down.
Right, thank you very much, mate. It's been a pleasure.
No problem, David. Take care.
Later, mate.
See you later. Bye-bye.